There we go. Fucking hell, that took a long time to start. My laptop is doing a madness, but big up everyone who's got the like and subscribe button. I'm really going to need to get a laptop in the next few weeks. This is starting to take the piss. But big up everyone who's locked in. We've got a lot of transfer news coming out today. We're going to wade through all of the rumours and find out what's real and what's fake. But we're here for another daily transfer video for you guys today. We might also be doing a France v Germany live watch along after this. So guys, let us know if you guys want to see that in the comment section as well. Let's smash the like and subscribe button. Big up everyone who's locked in. I'm going to leave everyone's links in the description as well. So check them out and follow them as well if you guys haven't done so already. We're going to be talking about Erling Haaland and have Chelsea made their first bid for Erling Haaland, and how far off are we really? Because 70 million plus Tammy Abraham. I've heard Borussia Dortmund haven't even responded back to the offer. I don't know if it's because they're either just flat out insulted by the offer or if they're just genuinely considering Tammy Abraham as their replacement. But I don't think that that's going to be the final bid regardless. I think Chelsea are just throwing the feelers out. They want to see what kind of bid that Borussia Dortmund would accept or what they think would be an acceptable bid for themselves as well. But for right now, 70 million in Tammy Abraham, people are saying it's a fake bid. I wouldn't necessarily say it's fake. I just don't think that it's going to go ahead. I don't think we're going to end up getting an accepted bid for 70 million plus Tammy Abraham because they've got a 150 million valuation on this player. A big up Mo as well. I see you, my G. Yeah, so they've got a 150 million pound valuation on Erling Haaland. And if we put 70 million in Tammy Abraham, we're sitting here and saying that Tammy Abraham is an 80 million pound striker. And we all know that that isn't the case. So for me, I think that this is going to be the first of a few bids. Like, you remember with the Kai Havertz saga, this one dragged out throughout the summer. I expect this one to drag out throughout the summer as well. Like, you guys literally remember yesterday, people were saying Haaland was flirting with us because he was wearing a blue trackie or something outside Greece. Only for a video to come out and the guys with Riyad Mahrez of all people. So, like, we can't even take these little things into account. But we know it's going to drag out through the summer and everyone's going to reach for any small thing to try and see if it's a hint or an indicator that he could be going to Chelsea or he could be going to Madrid or Manchester City because there's a few other clubs in interest as well. But for us to say that this potential first bid is fake, I don't necessarily think it would be fake. I just don't think that this is going to be the one that's accepted either.
Yeah, I don't think it might have actually been an official bid. I think maybe it's something the club has discussed and it got maybe taken out into the public. First of all, let's start with the striker options. They have a buyback on Isak, the guy from Sweden. I think it's 30 million. I think it's a 30 million euro buyback on him that they can exercise this summer. I think they have to exercise this summer.
Yeah.
If they want to buy him back. Two, they have a gentleman's agreement with Raiola to bring Malin from PSV Eindhoven in 2022 after Haaland leaves via release clause. So they have two strikers that would fit their wage structure better than Tammy Abraham would. Because Tammy's going to want, 100 and a half bags. And that's not Dortmund. That's not what they do.
I feel like that's something else, though, because the only reason why he's asking that is because of how much Callum Hudson-Odoi is on.
Yeah, and I get that, but still, he's going to want what he wants. And there's two striker options right there that they would do before Tammy. That, like I said before we jumped on here, that is more of a bid in line with a Jadon Sancho money, not a Erling Haaland money.
I just think with any of these deals, though, you can put Tammy into these deals. He's got to want to go as well. So you can set all this up and you can even get to 100, 110 million plus Tammy Abraham. They've got to make sure Tammy Abraham wants to go or else there's no point. I mean, I really hate adding players to a deal. It's not like the NFL and NBA where you can just add them and the contracts go and they have no choice. I just think I think this might be the opening salvo. This might be just a smoke screen to just see if Dortmund blink first and they go, no, this is what we want. Plus Tammy, maybe. But if it isn't, I just don't know. You know, they know how much they know they want triple figures for him. I just can't believe that they rate Tammy. Anyone rate Tammy at 80 million? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
But I actually believe Tammy would thrive in the Bundesliga, though.
I no doubt, but I just don't think there's. But basically, that report, like Lewis said, means that they rate that report is rating. Someone thinks that report rates Tammy at £80 million, and I just don't. I just don't see it.
Like, just on that point that you made, Andrew, I genuinely, if I'm Dortmund, I don't know how much I actually rate Tammy over getting in other players.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm Dortmund, I'd rather go and spend the 30 million to get Isak back. We've just seen he was the only attacking threat that Sweden had against the Spain side. They kept 80-something% of the ball.
Yeah.
Or you've got Kalajdzic, who was banging in goals for Stuttgart, who's a ready-made replacement and be like 25, 30 mil.
Exactly.
In the Bundesliga, and then he can do it in the Bundesliga. Or if the reports that Jester said about Marlon, again, like he's banging in goals for PSV this season. Whereas Tammy was getting goals, but getting them against Luton, Barnsley, Palace, Newcastle.
And he's played 5 games in the last
bottom
6
of the barrel,
months.
like you're like proper bottom of the barrel, and he hasn't had game time in God knows how long.
Yeah, 5 months.
But we still also say it's easy. I don't want to say easier and put down the Bundesliga, but it is easier for a striker to succeed in that league compared to the Premier League. So I get the teams that he's been scoring against.
The people we're seeing do well, like Werner did well because he had an element of pace to get in behind the high lines that they play in the Bundesliga. Same with Haaland. He either had the strength or the pace. Tammy has neither. The only player of recent time that I can think of that has neither that's actually done well is Kalajdzic, which was this season.
No, there's other players.
Silva has a bit of pace, he's also dealing in his team, or they don't anymore, but in their team they had like one of the best left foots in that league in Kostic. Like his ability to find a cross or find a pass in that league was amazing. So.
What about Michy Batshuayi? There was also Paco Alcazar. Like there's a few players that done well that didn't really have pace. It's
but then they had something else which I don't think Tammy has.
I thought Batshuayi had pace.
Wouldn't that something
else?
else?
Underrate him a lot, but fair enough.
And a lot of Michy's goals when he was at Dortmund were like poacher's goals off a great cross or somebody getting deep in the box and putting a ball into him, and he was able to poke it into the back. Like it wasn't like he was.
Yeah, so it's service. That's why. Yeah, that's because of how open the Bundesliga is. There's more room not just for the strikers, but for the wingers as well.
Yeah,
I can see Tammy and go ahead.
Also, would you rather put Batshuayi as part of the deal than Tammy?
They don't.
They take.
That's why it was probably worth like 10 million or something, right?
They don't want that.
Leeds didn't even want him for 15, so it's his value is not very high.
His stocks are completely like here.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do anything at Palace, really, did he? I mean, he was on loan for like 18 months. He really didn't do anything.
Dortmund's really the only place he's done anything at. I mean, as far as like a loan spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I mentioned it.
Yeah. For me, it's I'm kind of with Scott. I don't think there's much in the rumor other than maybe it was like you said, somebody at the clubs talking about it and it got out. And we were discussing that, but I think Dortmund had been pretty clear with what they want for Haaland. It's going to be 150 or somewhere in that range, or there's not going to be a deal. So we'd have to come up, quite a bit if that was an actual bid.
I think the
basic one is three figures.
Problem. It's just like the way
three figures no matter what.
Concerns.
And cash too. They don't want
figures in cash, and whether it's a player or not, it's 3 figures in cash. So you can't come in with under 100 million and Tammy Abraham if it is true, because they're just not. If they haven't answered, you already know their answer.
Right.
They're not even going to put this like.
I mean, I still think we'll get the Haaland deal done. I just think there probably won't be a player involved unless it's
probably not.
Something
it's
that they
add-ons. It's going to be major add-ons. Realistic add-ons as well.
I think it's more Chelsea know that they want 150 million. But I think Chelsea are trying to see how much they can get taken down from that 150 million valuation, because fact is, next season, they're not even going to get half that for Erling Haaland. Yeah. I think the closer they get to transfer to deadline day, even though we're nowhere near that right now, the more that they're going to realise that. And even for Chelsea, if they can take, 10, 20, 25 million off the 150 million valuation, that's going to be a win in their books. So that's why I think that this earlier bid is only really just to try and gauge the feelers out them and see if they will drop it anywhere lower than 150 million first.
The issue is like, first they have to agree a price. The next bit will be the structure of the payment. So how much a bulk do you give them, whatever you've agreed? So if you get, do you know what I mean? And then I don't think we'll go 150. I think the deal will be something like maybe 120, and then add-ons, realistic add-ons, like if he scores this amount of goals, or if we win the Premier League,
if we win the league, or something.
Exactly, something like that. But then you go, okay, so you got 120 million, but how much is that? Are you bulk going to put down? Which is what Dortmund are going to want, because we all know it's unrealistic. No team pays a full amount.
Which, to be fair, it depends on the add-ons, because I've seen a report, I think it was from Fabrizio or might have been someone else, that they flat out refused a add-on that United tried to add on that was like a Ballon d'Or add-on.
Yeah,
you know what they did with Martial?
They tried to screw him over.
The same thing they tried, and they went, no.
Right, because if we were just going to pay, if we were just going to pay the 150, this shit would be over with already. We would already paid it. You know, it's like we would just cut him a check already. It's not. We wouldn't be negotiating.
I'm going to give you an add-on if he scores 100 goals in the league in one season.
That's something you do like Football Manager when you don't have enough money and you need to can I get it down but still
100 goals and 100 assists season, you'll get 10 million if he gets that.
We lose leverage if Sancho gets sold. Okay, so let's hope that Man U continue to be utter bellends as they are.
Which is
unbelievable.
Which is why, realistically speaking, we need to have this done by, I'd say, the end of the tournament. But realistically speaking, I'd say the round of 16.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
just where England probably get eliminated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The minute England go out, the focus, like Sancho can literally focus all his energy on going United, and that can be sorted out quickly as long as United don't fuck around. So realistically speaking, we need to get this done in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, no question.
Realistically, you'd want England to keep going through and through every round.
I don't know, because then...
No, you don't. You want them to get bounced early, because then you get rid of Southgate. If you do well in the tournament, then Southgate's going to be in the World Cup.
He's not going anywhere.
Southgate's not going because we've got a World Cup next year.
Yeah.
So they won't sack him for a World Cup.
I feel for you then. I really do.
Yeah.
That guy's a twat.
3 major tournaments with this dickhead, man.
Did you read? Who was it that said? Was it Josie or whatever that said Southgate didn't put Sancho and Chilwell in the team because he wanted he didn't want selfish players in the squad or whatever? I'm like, what? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
That is mad. Someone just said mad statements there.
Yeah, I think it was Josie.
All right, so it was Kane, Foden, Sterling up front, right?
Yeah.
And Mason Mount. Okay, that kind of fits into it anyway, but I don't get the points that regardless. That's why Grealish wouldn't have started either, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, your starting should have been Grealish, Kane, and Foden.
Yeah.
And Mount in behind him.
Yeah, instead we had Kane come off for another defender.
Mount and Bellingham at the 8s, and then either Rice or
you had 2 centre mids playing as wingers.
You need to, but you're right about the transfer deal. I need to start moving the next 7 to 10 days properly and start getting it done, because otherwise.
I think the Hakimi deal, is a key for us. So I think that Hakimi deal, if we sign Hakimi, I think Haaland will say, "What? They're moving somewhere with Hakimi. I know what he can give me. I've played him 6 months. I know I'm going to get loads of goals here. I'm going to sign."
Yeah, I think you could see
done at this point.
Yeah, I think you could see Hakimi getting done in the next week or two for sure. I think they're really close on that.
You look at it. Go on, Jesters.
I'm gonna give you a different take on this. I think if we sign Hakimi, we won't sign Haaland.
We won't.
Yeah, and here's why.
That makes sense.
Here's how it makes sense. That means we're going to stay in a back 3.
Yeah.
and that means we only have 3 attacking positions on the field.
Yep.
Okay? And we know the board wants one of those attacking positions to be Havertz because they don't want to retard his growth as a player because world-class talent. So who starts in that front 3?
Be Haaland, Havertz, and someone else.
Mount.
Be Haaland, Havertz, and someone else.
It could be Mount, Werner, Pulisic. Ziyech will have like some minutes or maybe be sold, I don't know.
Fucking hell.
So what I'm saying is...
I don't believe we're going to Hakimi anyway, Jester. I think he's going to PSG or something.
He's not going to
PSG. They're going to sign Aurier. PSG.
Why would they sign Aurier though?
It's not that. Their priority at the minute, they're, for some reason, they've gone that we can only sign one player at a time, and their priority at the minute is Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Like, they've stopped, like, the whole Hakimi stuff to go and get Donnarumma, and then they're going back to the right-back thing, but by that point, it could already be too late.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to get into a bid.
What happens to our bid then?
Plus, we got. Well, it was accepted, but I don't even know if it was accepted. It was just we just matched it.
We just matched it, but neither bids have been accepted.
Neither bid was accepted. Plus, we can offer them players, and they can't. So.
Yeah, they want more cash than players.
Yeah.
Look, because they have to pay off Lukaku. They have to pay off Hakimi.
Yeah.
So whatever we bid, whatever's owed on that player, whether we go in for Lukaku or we go in for Hakimi, you have to pay off what's owed at the previous club. So with Man U, it's 40 million. With Madrid, I think it's something like 20, because I think they bought him for 40.
Yeah, I think they did, yeah. 40 million. I think they bought 40 million euros. I think they bought him for.
So I think they still owe 20 on him. So if we bid only 60 million euros, they're only getting 40 million euros of that. They're not getting the whole 60 because they have to pay the 20 off to Madrid. So, that's why they want 80, because that means they actually get to bring in 60. Well, and then they can turn around and pay off Lukaku and still have money left.
Well, I think we know they want one of Alonso or Emerson. It's just a matter of how do we structure it to where they can get one of those guys, because they're not going to. Oh yeah,
that's linked into it. We said yesterday, Corriere dello Sport said either Zappacosta, Emerson, Alonso, Kovacic, or Tammy could be involved in the deal, sending him the other way.
Why would we want to send Kovacic to Inter Milan anyway?
Because I think Kovacic
doesn't make any sense.
Here's my thing with Kovacic. He's not a 6. And he's not a box-to-box because he doesn't do anything when he gets to the offensive box. He shits the bed every time. So if you're going to get rid of a midfielder out of Conte, Jorginho, and Kovacic, who are you getting rid of?
Yeah, but the problem is then we'd have to buy 2 midfielders.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't make any sense for us to do that. Doesn't make any sense for us to do it. Kovacic does not make any sense.
It does make sense.
Extra. Well, then we'd have to buy 2 midfielders. Then we'd have to buy 2
midfielders. I'll give you the 2 midfielders. It's Chouameni, and it's Orkun Kaçal or I don't know. He's Turkish from the Eredivisie.
From Feyenoord, yeah.
Yeah.
The 19-year-old.
Yep.
So you buy 2 19-year-olds.
This is mad.
So buy the 20-year-old and 19-year-old to fit into a midfield.
And you've already got Billy Gilmour in there as another 19-year-old.
Yeah.
But Billy Gilmour's
might be a 2-man pivot as well.
I don't see why Billy Gilmour would go out on loan. I don't think that's the right thing for Billy Gilmour to go out on loan. I don't want him learning.
Why?
I don't want him learning relegation football. I don't want him.
You want him to get game time. That's
right,
that's what people don't understand. You have to play at some point to raise your game. Okay. You cannot just do it in training. He's not going to start. He's going to get a game here, a game there.
And I'll raise you Phil Foden.
Woo!
Phil Foden hardly played the last 2 years, apart from this year.
Okay, and Phil Foden would be a lot more developed if he played someplace else.
Rubbish, absolute rubbish.
No, there is a difference there, though, in the comparison between.
He's learning from the best manager in the world.
Gilmour.
If he goes to, that's why I didn't want Conor Gallagher going to West Brom to learn loser football. I don't want
But
him
he's being
learning
sold
loads of
too.
football.
He's being sold as well.
Fine. But that's why I want these guys going to places where they actually learn football, not just to hoof it out for throw-ins and free kicks and everything like that, and relegation football.
Hey,
I don't
question.
think it's the best for Billy Gilmour to go out on loan. I think he stays with Thomas Tuchel
Also,
and learns from Tuchel.
just having a little look at one of the players that you talked about, the guy from Feyenoord. He's basically the exact same as a Mason Mount, where he's kind of an 8 but can play as a 10.
Yep.
Yeah, but so we've got rid of the only ball progressor, like the one that carries the ball. The only player on our team that does that, bar maybe Kante. But we're going to bring someone in who doesn't carry the ball and is more of a passer of the ball.
I'm just telling you who we're linked with to bring in as center midfielders.
Yeah, but just because we
How
get one of
serious are these
those doesn't mean
Grealish
Kovacic has to go.
What was that, Javi?
I said, how serious are these Jack Grealish links?
No, not serious whatsoever.
I don't think they're
Nah,
serious.
they're more rumours, if anything.
Jack
Not
Grealish
anything-
will play for Aston Villa next year.
We're not. We're being used probably to smoke City out. That's what's happening. Because if you notice, none of the Chelsea reporters linked closely has even mentioned Grealish whatsoever. So, and this was mentioned in the Spanish newspaper and in the Birmingham newspaper. So, Grealish, and people wanting Grealish. If you want Grealish, that's fine. But do realise if we pay 80 million for him, he's going to replace Mount in the team.
Yep.
So if you want, Johnny can come on here all he wants and say he wants Grealish, but do realise that the system we play, he'll replace your beloved Mount.
Also, it's like we don't need Grealish.
Exactly, we don't need him.
Like,
don't need him.
Who the fuck's finishing the chances that we're creating?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's our problem.
well,
Bro, if we're
Let's
making
get a
100
striker.
chances a
Let's get a
game and
striker.
we're not finishing any, then
Yeah, I don't like. That's another thing too. I don't like. Our main issue is finishing chances. We create plenty of chances. It's like we need someone to finish. If you get Grealish, he's a guy who has to have the ball to be useful. He's not in the system we play. Everybody is getting forward. Everybody's creating. Everybody's in the attack. It's not just get the ball to one guy and let him dance around and find somebody to score a goal. Like it just doesn't make sense with the way we play football right now. Like
Yeah, I definitely think we need to prioritize more a striker first and other positions before like Jack Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish should be wouldn't even be on the list for me. Just a complete waste of time.
Also, he'd cost like 100 mil.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd cost more than what West Ham won for Rice.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to
Scotty.
pay?
Actually, West Ham won 100
for
mil
Haaland,
for Rice.
60 for Hakimi, over 100 for Grealish, 90 for Rice. I know. I keep saying we're spending money.
We're getting close to like
Doesn't think
600 mil. Just
Yeah,
to
the club
like
doesn't
500
think
mil
like
in
that.
one transfer window.
Exactly. The club doesn't.
According to Johnny, that's doable though.
Yeah. That's.
Of course, it is. It's not Johnny's money. It's not Johnny's money.
Okay, you said his name too much. If you say it again, he's going to pop up.
Say it 3 times in a minute. We'll sign a contract.
Johnny wanted the entire English national squad signed by Chelsea yesterday.
Yeah, and then he had the gall to call someone a Brexit manager when he was like, he wanted Grealish and Ings, but yeah, he called someone a Brexit
Johnny
manager.
on here. I don't want Johnny on here because I don't want to talk about neck porn again. All right?
I hear any more
neck porn
Or any
again.
other body.
Or any
I
other
just
one,
want
yeah.
to hear that stuff.
Oh, God.
I don't mind.
Of course you don't.
Yeah. I just,
you know, you all mind. You all mind, my G, because we all have to talk about this a little bit later as well. I hope there's no truth to this, man.
If you want to talk about that, speak to Wayne or myself. We're the legal representatives.
That's your man.
Not
And Ancelotti's gone to Real Madrid. He said, let me take this
Did you
guy.
get that penitentiary sound though for tonight, by the way?
Oh, no.
Hey, I said this the other
You
day.
get that penitentiary sound for tonight though?
Ancelotti really wants Werner at Madrid.
I sell him.
If we
So-
get
Depends on
Haaland, I
the
don't
price
care what
tag.
they do with them.
Depends on
No,
the
it doesn't
price
depend on
tag.
the price tag.
Depends
If
on the
they're
price
No
like
way. No.
upwards
Why
of
would they want to
60,
do
then
that?
sell him.
Why would they
So-
want
No,
to do
'cause
that?
I'd also say as well, a big point to keeping Kai Havertz for the long term is keeping one of his best mates at the club too, in Timo Werner. So I wouldn't look to get rid of him either.
Well,
No,
just tell-
look, me and Andrew have sort of something out with him, okay?
Yeah,
He said
it's all
if
good,
the
it's all
money's right
Yeah.
and we get enough money from Werner, he can
Yeah.
go. We've already spoken to him, it's fine.
Yeah. It's all set up. It's all set
They
up.
should
yeah.
trigger. Look at his head's about to
All
explode.
set up. Don't worry. It's all set up. Yeah. Anyone else claiming to be?
Don't worry, I'll throw out the
representation?
penitentiary, but I can't lie. Kante ain't going in. I'm gonna have to put someone
Did
else. I'll put
he
Pogba in.
did
Don't
he
worry.
fire Father and
Why
hire
do
you
you
guys
want
to
to
work
put
this
Varane in
transfer
that
out?
thing?
Fata was never actually his legal representative.
Very funny.
I keep saying
I'll
legal
put that
documents
Walad
to
and
Fata,
Mbappe in there
but his
as
address
well.
is at
Oh
a
yes,
bus stop.
please,
So-
please. I don't mind. I put
I'm
Mbappe
trying to
in
beat Olivier
Varane.
Giroud over what? Just because he wants his boy. He don't want his boy
Hold-
taking the
hold on.
top goal scorer thing from him.
This is probably
Lewis,
the worst
you do
comment I've
know
ever
if you
seen.
do this penitentiary, you can be entitled to me and Andrew taking you to
There
court.
you go. That one right there.
Don't worry, Lewis. I'll back you up. Though. Don't worry. They're both short
Get
lawyers.
Julian
so.
Brandt for
Hang on,
Havertz. Ali
hang on.
says.
Are you saying to get him as a friend? I thought for a second you meant at the spot bit. I got very confused. I was like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
We're talking.
I'm so glad Scott clarified that because I got confused as well.
I think
Yeah.
Julian Brandt's going someplace else.
There's also like Ali, my guy. Please explain this to me. 'Cause I don't know what you're on about, but cool. I still wouldn't get Julian Brandt though because he failed the Bayern Munich test. And if Bayern Munich don't want you, there's a reason why Bayern Munich don't want you. So
Actually, he's linked for somebody else for a move this summer. Brandt is.
Werner's
I think Arsenal.
Werner's not going anywhere this summer.
Of course,
it's
because
Arsenal.
Pepe failed the Bayern Munich test as well, and they still went and got him. So perfect. Who else do we see? What else do you guys say in the comments? Let me see. If talking about midfielders, you get in Calvin Phillips fits right into your squad. Here's the thing: Calvin Phillips isn't really a sitting DM. Am I correct? He's more of the driver with the ball, and that's what it looked like in the last England game too.
He can do both, but like Leeds United, in all honesty, they're not a sitting team, innit? Like they're all over the pitch, bro. This whole
But only
business.
Chelsea fans are only saying Calvin Phillips because of Saturday.
This is the issue, isn't it? Recency
Exactly.
always
It's so
trumps
recent. It's
everything
like,
else. For
it's
some
like if a Hungarian player does well against Portugal today, there'll be the Chelsea fans will go, "Oh, we should sign him." He'd be
Do you
great.
know how many people were talking about Alexander Isaac after yesterday?
Or Schick.
Yeah.
But one
Oh,
clip,
Schick
you
was
know,
great.
one
Look
clip.
at his score. Schick was
What
great.
about
Look at
I
his
get
long
this
range
guy in
goals.
over Tammy Abraham. He's the
Yeah.
he's the perfect mold. It's like one game, my guy.
What
I
about
wasn't
Morata,
even
though?
pushing for Calvin Phillips after Saturday. I was just saying, you man wanted Declan Rice when this guy's right here next to him and he's already
It
outclassed
was a
him.
Czech
Cool.
goalie yesterday because the Czech goalie made it. Apparently, he's a free transfer or something. But yeah, we should
What,
get him because
what?
we're getting rid of Kepa. We're going to get him.
Pavlenka.
Yeah. Apparently, someone
What
said he's
about
on free or
Morata?
something.
Morata did well yesterday, didn't he? What
That's
about we
what I
go
mean.
back for him?
He's
Hell
the worst
to the
striker
fuck
I've
no,
ever
he
seen in my
did
life.
Wait. Did someone
Honestly.
did someone say Morata did well yesterday?
No way.
He couldn't hit
yeah.
water
I'm
from
being
a boat.
sarcastic.
He's
Being
no word
sarcastic.
of a lie.
I just
He's
got-
the worst striker I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a
Morata.
50-year-old
More
Didier
like
Drogba than
Morata,
Morata.
man.
No. I'd rather get Goran Pandev, bruv.
So
Macedonia.
Oh,
If-
yes,
if
I'd
we're-
rather get Pandev than Morata. He's
if we're
genuinely
talking
the
about-
worst striker I've ever seen.
If we're talking about Calvin Phillips, since we're doing business with AC Milan and they went Ziyech and Giroud, how about strike a deal for Kessie? Because I think Kessie's a far better player than Phillips at this point.
I agree.
And he's an
add to our
athlete.
squad. He'd be a good player to add to our squad. I will say.
Yeah, but
like, another
he's
midfielder.
their starting central midfielder. I doubt they'll get rid of him.
They have Tonali though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tonali doesn't play.
Well, that he would if Kessie went.
He wouldn't. So Kessie is the
Tonali
one.
more of a
I
sitter
looked
and
at this.
Kessie's more of a
Kessie's the one that always plays,
Yeah.
and then it's Mate and Tonali's interchange. So Kessie always plays. Like he starts
Because
most
he's
of their
a
games.
baller. That's why.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they won't get rid of him.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, don't know, I like Kessie myself, but he's another player that's going to miss 6 weeks because missed 6 weeks in the African Nation Cup. That'd be another midfielder gone.
Hey,
So
this
for
African
me, I
Cup
don't want
agenda
to
needs
keep on
stop,
adding to
bruv.
that.
This ain't even an African Cup of Nations agenda. It's just we're at that time where it's coming round, and it is going to be a problem. Like,
And also,
look at Arsenal, for example. They're about to lose half their team when the African Cup of Nations rolls round.
Bro, they're about to have one.
Really?
midfielder.
Yeah.
Bro, Partey, Pepe, Aubameyang, that's just off the top of my head already all gone
Bro,
as soon as it
they're
happens.
literally- They're
Who
literally
else
gonna
is there?
have Mohamed. No, they're literally gonna have no
El
midfield.
Neni?
Mohamed El Neni's going. They've and with Ceballos going.
They're gonna be
and,
left with Xhaka.
What they
Jack
say?
is going
Jack is going to Roma.
Bro,
What they
they've
sign
literally
Nana
got
and he gets
no
his thing
midfield.
reduced.
Come
I mean-
the winter, they've got no midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
They got no
realistically gonna
midfield
need-
anyway.
we're realistically going to probably need 2 keepers as well in this window.
We need to buy 2 goalkeepers.
We're going to need a good.
We already got one, guys. We already got Petr Cech.
Not Petr Cech, not Petr Cech.
Exactly, we got that.
Exactly.
I can't
Why hate on Cech, huh?
I'm not hating on Cech. It's like, okay then, well,
because he's 55 years old.
Let's bring back Claude Makelele then.
Yeah, distracting. If you give me the choice of Petr Cech in goal back for one game or Kepa, I know exactly who I'm picking.
Yeah, no, but you're going to need him for about 6 to 8 games.
Yeah, Cech's like 38. Cech's like 38. He still plays in goal for hockey sometimes, and he's trained. He trained still. Come on, he still got it. And he plays for under 21s. He did.
You're shameless.
Are we sure that Mindy's going to go to AFCON?
Senegal qualified.
I'm just saying, we're all assuming that players are going to leave their clubs and go play in the middle of the season. I am guaranteed there are going to be.
Bro, when it comes to international football, no one cares as much of the.
Didier Drogba, Michael Essien, Mikel, Kalou, they did it all the time.
Didn't Mane do it?
Yeah.
Didn't Mane do it as well?
Yeah, but
Mane done it. Salah will be doing it. Salah's done it. So
Mahrez has done it as well. I remember.
Well, and
he's like they're going to lose.
Yeah, City.
Mahrez.
Yeah.
He's like a legit star in Africa right now too. So that, I mean, he's got a lot of pull right now in Africa. He does.
You shouldn't feel sorry for us or any club because that's the risk you take when you buy a
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh,
come on. What a keeper. Still got it.
Hey, that's not Kepa.
What a guy, man.
Is that the game where Tottenham's you scored 3 goals on him, or?
Yeah.
It was like 2, wasn't it?
Why are we talking about only the game 2? For, man?
Didn't they have to?
I did tell Sport anyway.
Didn't have to play oil to his joints to get him moving again or something.
That was his first game back, and he did well.
You're shameless, Chris. You're absolutely shameless.
I ain't shameless.
Chris, I watched that game. He didn't do as well. You keep on saying.
No,
so don't go there.
No, Wayne. You was blinded. He was doing well.
No. I'm gonna be realistic. No.
You're shameless, Chris.
I would give my soul to see him play back for Chelsea.
You have no soul.
And you know, you're giving away your soul for pretty cheap then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not cheap. That's for Petr Cech.
You don't rate your soul. Yeah, a
38-year-old Petr Cech who's retired.
A 38-year-old legend who saved us in the Champions League final and semis. I would have
in our goal.
Oh, God, Chris. That was when he was like 29.
Chris, the problem is
let him wheel back the years. Let's go.
Look at Buffon. Buffon's like 15. He's got planning to join a new club.
Buffon's terrible.
He's playing for Parma.
Yeah.
It's cheese.
The problem is it's not for a one-off game. It's for like 3 or 4 weeks. So it's like
exactly. Yeah.
We're gonna need like a really, really quality backup like Areola or something like that, where you have like an actual chance of winning a game with him.
You have to apply oil to his arms and legs to get them moving again if he's in goal, man. You know, they're all rusted over. You know, Jesus.
You guys.
Right, so who are we saying then if we want to go for a goalkeeper? Because I feel like that's going to be one of the last things that we actually look for.
Bro,
yeah, for me, it's Areola or Onana.
Onana. He goes to AFCON too, doesn't he?
Yeah, and also he could be banned for 6 months. So
he might not be able to play in the AFCON. That's the thing. He's banned him. Was it just run out before or something?
I would have said until the second half of the game he played in the Ukrainian keeper, because the first half was very good. Second half was awful. No, thank you.
Well, I thought the Czech goalkeeper played well yesterday. There's a couple of saves he played.
Well, Pavlenka, I don't think he's had the best of seasons. His team.
I'm just thinking that's the problem. You want someone who's. The problem is, if you get a good number 2, you might have like a Martinez situation, and you might end up selling them next season. It's like you want someone who you're just about comfortable with. You want someone like a Kudicini level, someone who's happy to sit on the bench, you know, but is good enough when they come in. Very hard to find.
I just want to say that Areola is the best we could do at this point because
PSG
are going to sign Donnarumma. They're keeping Keylor Navas as the
And they're keeping
backup.
Donnarumma as well. Yeah.
Well, that
Means Areola would be the third.
Yeah.
And he played at Fulham, has a house in London.
Yeah.
Fulham got relegated, so his loan is done. Buy him for 15 to 20 million euro and be done with it.
To be fair, I won't lie. Someone said the right answer in the comments.
Romero?
Someone said the right answer.
Is it Lukvovic from Dinamo?
No, it's Romero.
Oh, Sergio Romero.
On a free.
He's a good backup.
On a free, yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad shout.
You know how good he is because he was arguably the best of the three goalkeepers United have had over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
we're gonna need
that's the best number 2 I've seen since Petr Cech.
We're gonna need 2 keepers really because you lost Caballero. You're gonna probably send Kepa on loan.
So what do you do then? Do you promote the
you promote somebody
goalkeeper or something like that?
Isn't there a guy who went on loan to Luton this year?
Is it Baxter?
No.
Collins?
But
no, Bradley Collins played Barnsley's not on loan.
Yeah,
the only keepers gone on loan was Nathan Baxter.
That's the one.
And what's his name? Jamie Cummins.
Oh, that's the other one. Yeah.
Cummings was with the first team for a while.
I think you promote one of them.
You need to add an
We scout another keeper.
No, but that's why you get Areola or Romero.
Did you say Romero was on a free?
Yeah.
Romero.
Yeah, so you bring him in on a free, and you get Areola either on loan or buy him, and you have those two.
I think you get Romero on a free.
I think you get one. I think the club would get one or the other. I don't think they'd get both.
Yeah, because Romero doesn't want to sit on the bench.
I'd say realistically, if you have 3 keepers, you have obviously the first choice, the backup, and then you have someone who can learn off them. So you bring Cumming or Baxter up to the first team and let them learn off them.
Yeah, and then you've got like the potentially 4 to 6 weeks next January to February when Mendy's out.
Yeah, where you just need
and you got Romero, or Areola in there and to cover because I think they probably would have played a handful of games before that.
Yeah, they would have been. They would have been the cup keeper.
League Cup, a couple of games in Champions League, maybe a couple of league games itself. Just going.
There is a keeper. There is actually a keeper. I just was thinking about this. That we have. It was on loan last year to a Portugal team, and he's a youth player, but he's as big as Mendy in goal, and his name is Nicholas Ty.
Tie, T-I-E or whatever. Yeah.
T-I-E. He's French, and he is absolutely a beast in goal. So he could be a good. He could be a good player to be brought up to the first team.
But we're saying,
how tall is he?
As tall as Mendy or taller.
Oh so God! If he's taller, my perfect height for keepers is 6'4", 6'5" though, because they're more like they can react to the ground a bit quicker normally. But
yeah, well, and Chelsea, we always do much better with a big, tall, long keeper. Like we just play better, more
6'5", 6'6" at best.
I mean, this assumes that Kepa leaves on loan.
Kepa needs to be sold first.
He needs to be gone first before we can even think about getting a second goalkeeper. Because at the moment,
who would buy? In all fairness, who would buy Kepa? Do you reckon?
I'm not going to buy him. That's going to loan him. Maybe pay half his wages or something like that. Pay half his wages. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably agree like a 2-year loan or something. Just send him on. Yeah, because when he gets back, he's still got 2 years left on the contract. Still got 2 years left when he comes back in 2 years.
2-year loan would be calm, but like it'd have to be a club that would play him for 2 years as well.
Lazio Sarri's there, which I'm surprised Sarri's going.
Yeah, but the only thing I've heard is Lazio are interested in Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and that's really starting to get stronger now.
No, there's now links to Kepa as well. Over the last couple of days, there's links to Kepa as well.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 loan deals essentially.
They've got a good enough first choice, I feel like. So,
do you mean it's like when Sarri might think of it like, you know, when Pep came in at City, everyone probably thought Joe Hart was a decent enough goalkeeper, but he just didn't rate him or something. It depends. There's always sometimes when a manager goes in, we've all seen it. One of our first team guys, he just doesn't get. The manager just doesn't like him for some reason. It's like
there's just a familiarity there. Sarri knows that. Sarri knows that if he needs to pull him, he'll come right off the pitch, and there won't be any issues.
Yeah. And Kepa did play. Kepa did play better under Sarri. No matter what, I think he played better under Sarri than he's played the last couple of years, and so did Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. So
Bro, they don't
Hey,
need it.
Someone wants Ruben for 30 million,
why.
we'll take it.
Listen, that's why you just react to reports. I don't believe them, but it's like you
I was
try
saying,
and
they've already
find a
got-
logical thing around it.
They've got Pepe Reina, who I wouldn't exactly say is shit, and then they've got Strakosha, who's their first choice, I think.
Rayner's what, 38, going on 39.
It's still
now,
not bad. Like I wouldn't say
I know,
he's any
but I
worse
think
than,
maybe they just want maybe a younger goalkeeper.
Wait. Someone said sign Paparena.
No, listen,
Reina, you
listen,
must be
Chris.
mad.
Actively listen. Good Lord.
I need to knock my headset, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no. If I've learned anything with Chelsea, it's I have a hard time believing anything until I see him at Coburn holding the kit.
No,
It's
it's the picture. It's the picture of the contract next to Marina.
Yeah, there's always
that's now the thing.
Every year, it's like, yes, we've got this guy. He's already signed, and then you read like the next day he signed with another club.
Well, like Liam did when he's supposed to sign for Tottenham and then sign for us.
Yeah. And we're in the other way, Lukaku with United and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with Liverpool.
Yeah.
I was celebrating both those players like we already signed them, and then the next day they're getting medicals at other clubs.
Yeah. Have you heard about Chamberlain as well? He's supposed to be going to West Ham.
Who? Chamberlain?
Yeah, I can see him. I can see him.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah.
He's going to West Ham. Fucking hell, man.
Does he like their? Is it because he likes their physio facilities? They're an upgrade on Liverpool's.
No, he actually
We're
started
gonna get away
run
from
a
that
game.
former Arsenal doctor that's there, that's messing up all their injuries up there.
I remember when we were about to sign him as a right wing back. Back in the day. I really wanted him too, and then the fucker went to Liverpool because he wanted to play in midfield.
Yeah, he didn't want to play wing.
He's hardly played.
Yeah, it's jarring.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Man wants to play in his preferred position, and he was a good centre mid anyways, but he would have been a sick right wing back for us. And we got stuck with Zappa Costa afterwards on deadline day.
Oh, man.
What a shitter of a try.
Worst window, one of the worst windows ever, I think, in the history of transfers for a big club. It's like we didn't land a single top target.
It wasn't that
Nope.
bad.
What do you mean it wasn't that bad?
We signed Papa Delavodji.
We
No, that
settled
was
on everybody.
2015, bro.
We wanted Lukaku, we got Morata. We wanted Chamberlain, got Zappacosta.
We wanted Allison, we got Kepa.
We wanted Sancho, Alex Sancho,
Alex
Sancho,
Sancho.
we got Emerson.
Chamberlain, we got Zappa Costa. We wanted Matic to stay and Bakayoko to be on the bench, and he left.
Lukaku, we got Morata.
Lukaku, and we got Morata.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely fraudulent, man, that summer.
The day we
At
signed
least we
Danny
got
Drinkwater,
Giroud.
bro. And we started getting linked with Ashley Barnes. Yeah, there was some fucking
Bakayoko,
happening
we
there.
got a donkey instead. Jesus.
You know, he's going to get a
Absolute
chance
fucking
to make the team this summer.
Oh,
Dude.
son of a
I never
bitch.
understood why we had such a bad
He can
transfer
have a
when we
chance,
won the
but
league.
like he will have a few training sessions, and that will be it. Because Tuchel will see sense.
Because they wanted him at PSG last year.
I've already said if Tuchel can get a tune out of Bakayoko, then
Great touch of
I
life.
volunteer to sign up for the Chelsea team because he can get a tune out of me as well.
I bet
There's no
you will.
chance.
I bet you will, Lewis.
You already know, man. Fuck that.
I could see you in the changing rooms, you like stalking them, say, "Who are you?" I'm just cleaning the boots. Just
Chris Long is checking
it's
out
Christian,
next.
isn't it? That's what it is. Christian.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just
But
thinking
Mason, look at the size of that neck, my guy. Honestly,
You know you said that. You said that about Bakayoko. He's going to be our midfield choice. We're not signing a midfielder. It's going to be Bakayoko back.
I imagine that we're sitting in the changing room and Mason Mount comes out like this, man. I can't wait.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh my god! I don't know what Johnny started with that shit. Honestly, what did Simon Phillips say about the Haaland stuff?
He
The
has
Chelsea.
to be,
What was
he has to
that?
be at least a halfway through a 12-pack when he comes on. Does
Who?
anybody else get that vibe? Johnny.
Nah, yesterday he was definitely.
No, that's
on
natural.
something.
That's natural.
There's no way. There's
nothing
no way he
intoxicated.
didn't have a few bevs or something. I'm not hearing anything.
No, that's natural. It's all natural. It's nothing. He's not intoxicated. That's natural.
He's gonna ride or die with that though. He's gonna ride or die with Mason Mount.
You all are pissed if England win the Euros, you know. Because the smoke this guy's running into streams with is ridiculous.
Yeah, but you can always tell.
It's not we are. There's no
If he
chance.
doesn't let anyone get a word in edgewise, you know it's.
Hey, we're not with that fraud of a manager. Man's going to throw 11
I've got a
defenders
better
and try and
chance
win the
holding a
league.
Bugatti, man.
So when are you going to pick me up then, Scott?
I think there should be a
Big up
pact.
Artem, my G.
Should be a
Lewis
pact between
make
YouTube
sure his
channels.
blocker's next to AC's. You already know, man. LG number 3. When Alonso goes, I'll take his number and everything. I've already got it planned.
I think there should be a pact between YouTube creators and channels that if England win the European Championships, that Johnny is banned for 3 months on every stream, just to get it out of the system.
Nah, you know.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen because they're not winning the Euros.
Has he said that on the stream yet?
Yes, said loads of times.
Yeah.
About Mount winning the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, he said that numerous amounts.
No, not Ballon d'Or. Oh, I thought he meant England winning the Euros.
Yeah, he said it loads of times.
Yeah, because of Mount.
Yeah, because
Mount ain't going to win it.
It's the only reason they're winning because of Mount.
No,
No
like
one else.
it won't be Mount. No, he's not
yes,
ready to
we
win
got
one
declared
yet.
in here as well. Yes, bro. Mohammed, you talking about AC's neck? I haven't even had a chance to check that one out yet. Still,
Long, man. Very long.
No.
very
I
long.
didn't say anything about neck, but
Very long. Very long.
my God, man. Yeah, look at the neck on that, my G.
hey,
Oh,
What neck?
Bloody giraffe.
Butter, what you got that thing on your head for?
neck pillow.
Yeah, that ain't your neck.
What
bro.
the fuck? I thought it was
No.
That's your head.
I look like a Teletubby.
He looks like a Lego man. But, you know, you can put the hat on. Different Lego.
When you like clip the hair on and take
Yeah.
it off.
Right, before I forget,
Lego
guys, in that
father.
chat, can you please? I want to hear. Do you want me and Lewis to do a stream tonight for the football? Yes or no? Do you want us to
Yeah,
do
we'll do a France
Spain
Germany
game?
watch along. Give us a shout, guys.
Wait,
Yeah, I'll be at
we gotta
work.
do-
If you guys
We
want
gotta
any
do
other
that game
topics
at
for us to
least.
discuss as well, let us know too.
Who's everyone supporting though?
I would like to
guess
see
I'm-
Germany
I'm
win.
just watching the game.
I'm backing my client, isn't it? So,
I got
Yeah,
Germany.
yeah. I would like to see Germany win because of Werner, Rudiger, and
yeah.
all sorts. Then the other side's got Kante and Giroud and that. But I want to see Germany win it. But I think
want
Fanta. I
France,
think Fanta winning it.
Kante for Ballon d'Or prop.
Hey,
I can't root for
wait,
Mbappe.
wait. Werner Penitentiary. I want Varane and Mbappe
No.
in that thing, man.
Right. So
Woo,
right,
okay.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, can you bring the case forward? I think we need to take it forward.
It's okay. Don't worry, I've got it sorted. I've got it prepped. I've got it prepped, Rain, for everything.
I'm just
My
enjoying
client,
watching the games as a
Oh
neutral.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
yeah,
have
too.
a dog in the
wait,
Some
fight.
of
we'll
the
back our client to play well.
case forward, please.
We'll
That's
back our
what I
client-
was telling Lewis last weekend.
Imagine we get to see Werner start and score. That'd be amazing.
Wayne and I will back our client to play well.
Yeah,
Werner.
we are back our
That's it.
client.
See, what legal representative does that? What legal representative talks like that?
Why are we
See,
going back our client?
unbelievable.
Why are we
He
going
was asking, would you include Ziyech in the Haaland deal if it came down to it? I've
If they
already
want
said
to.
if there's one forward that does leave that we've paid for, it would have to be Hakim Ziyech. He's the oldest one of the lot, and he's been the one that's had the most underwhelming season as well.
Dortmund
If it
won
took a good 40 million off, I'd be all for it.
Wait,
Yeah,
if Ziyech goes to
Dortmund won't want him.
What?
This Ziyech slander
Where's
needs
he
to
going to play
stop.
then? If Ziyech goes to Dortmund,
Ziyech is not going to go to Dortmund. Dortmund don't want a 28-year-old. That's
Why
not
not?
that's not their because they're a selling club. That's how they make most of their revenue. He's
They never sold
28.
Royce.
Royce is German.
Yeah, they do buy players.
Yeah, they do buy players.
No,
back,
Royce
yeah.
is just not
They've got
wanted to
Hummels
leave.
back. I know he's
That's the
German, they've
difference.
got Hummels back.
If Royce wanted to go, Royce would have left, but he's been chosen to be in the loyal to Dortmund since day one. I think for Ziyech, though, I get what you're saying about resale value, but there's a potential that they lose both Sancho and Haaland in the same window.
And then you need
And Hakim Ziyech would be a great option for the right side of their attack because
You know
like
who
I
they're
said,
going
the
to
amount of
want.
space- What was that?
You know who they're going to want. He
Hudson-Odoi,
plays for
my
Chelsea.
boy. Hudson-Odoi.
He's going nowhere. He's not for sale. Stop it, Chester.
Sacrifices might have to
What do you
be
mean
made.
he's not for sale? For Haaland, he's for sale.
fuck's sake.
He's
For Haaland,
sale.
he's for sale.
Every
No,
player's-
he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Speak for
For
yourself.
Haaland, he would be. Sorry.
I would understand that if
Oh,
we
not
went for
you as
Sancho
well,
and they
Andrew.
went for an
What the fuck?
outright replacement from us.
Yeah.
But we're not going for Sancho, we're going for Haaland, which is why we're
Yeah.
trying to put a striker in the deal.
But
I,
But the thing is though, you don't rule anything out for a Haaland deal. You just don't rule anything out. Just don't do it.
Guys.
No, there is the potential Hudson-Odoi goes the other way, and I hope it's not the case, but the potential is there.
They're just selling Cho.
No, I'm willing to sell the whole team, bro. What's left? There's nothing left in this team, bro.
What do you mean the whole team? Cho is not even a starter.
The whole team, bro.
He's not even
the backup.
Hang on. How can we say Cho? How can we just said Cho
guys.
and you say we're selling the whole team? We just said
you
Cho.
are, bro. Competition, everybody, bro. I've had everybody be mentioned at this point.
Not for Haaland. Kovacic's not being mentioned for Haaland.
You're not willing to get rid of
not everyone.
Everybody, bro. There's no one left.
No, but someone said Real Madrid wanted
guys.
Werner.
I'm telling you.
Our team's stacked, man. We gotta sell players before we bring people in.
Yeah, sell the deadwood, but these guys are willing to sell players that can contribute.
What's that, Fatter?
No, but
what if Cho wants game time? You know, what if he's gonna do what Tammy Abraham's kind of
fuck
doing?
What he wants, bro. He's going nowhere.
He's not even the backup.
Oh, so wait, hang on. You want to keep? You want to keep?
Don't listen to me.
Swimming the 80 penitentiary with the rest of them.
Who's the real bad person? Who's the real bad person? You want to keep Cho not playing? We're trying to let Cho be free.
No.
We're trying to let Cho be free.
I want him to play in the blue color.
Unbelievable. See,
you lot just willing to sell him, but like, oh yeah, he's not worth it.
Hey, every Chelsea fan's got a fear that Cho leaves and becomes awesome, like Kevin De Bruyne and Salah, and then we regret it afterwards.
Right.
That's why everyone's furious.
I don't regret it.
Do you not see it as a theory, though? Because I'd say if you don't see it as a theory, you don't think Hudson-Odoi would make it.
I don't.
No, because I've seen more players fail.
Fair enough. I want to hear why. Go for it.
Because he's 20, going on 21. He's had a major injury already. He's not had the game time he needs to develop a game. He's one-footed. He has no left foot. So all he's going to do is cut in on the right. If he's playing on the right, all he can do is cross the ball because he can't cut on his left and finish.
Shoots like a goalkeeper.
So don't you think his preferred position would be on the left? Because that's where he originally started for us, but he got moved to the right.
Who do we have on the left? Who do we have on the list? Werner?
Werner.
There's three people he doesn't get
Mount can play on the right.
I can't believe
if anything, Mount plays more on the right.
When we have Pulisic who gets injured every other game. What's going on?
Yeah, but we have Werner still.
He doesn't get injured every other game.
He gets injured all the time, bro. What is going on out here?
He's had 2 injuries.
Just
2 injuries.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that hamstring is weak as hell.
Just look at Tuchel. Okay. Just look at what Tuchel does. He doesn't even play him on the left or right as a backup. Ziyech comes on, or Pulisic will come on for Werner.
He's
like,
getting him
he doesn't
ready.
even play him.
What's he getting
him ready to move?
Yeah,
packing his bags.
That was a setup.
Hell, getting him ready.
I'm with Andrew. I'm just tired of locking up all this potential I'm hearing about. I want to let him go. Let's explore some of this potential.
You know what?
I would loan him out.
If he gets better, he gets better. That's the risk you take when you sell any player. It's the risk you take. We sold Salah. We sold Salah.
The only thing we need, the mistakes that we've made is that we need to buy the first person.
Fine, I don't
buyback clause.
That. We should do.
Yeah, no loan, nothing. Refusal. Just the first refusal. That's all we need. That's all we're missing from that.
That's all. That's all I said. That's what we should do. We should put it. That's why I'm mad. We didn't put anything on the Tomori deal. We should have put something on the Tomori deal as well,
especially for that price.
But if they get better, they get better. That's the risk you take. I mean, we sold De Bruyne in 2014, I think January, or he went online or whatever. Yeah, he got great. Salah took a few years and he got great. But don't forget that we've won multiple trophies since they've left. So it's not as if we've gone without winning stuff.
Also, people forget the only one of the 3 that you've just mentioned, the Salah, De Bruyne, Lukaku, the only one that was actually like a big loss was De Bruyne. Salah was dog shit, was fucking awful, and Lukaku was nowhere near ready.
We didn't know what Lukaku was. So it's not as if
Salah got honed. Salah got honed in Italy.
We never even gave Lukaku a chance. What's going on?
De Bruyne was a baller when we let him go. We knew he was a baller, but Mourinho...
He's the only one of those 3, and I keep hearing those 3 brought up. I wouldn't, by the way. I don't want him. But yeah, he's the only one of the three that's actually was a loss to us in terms of letting him go.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like he went somewhere and got. It's not like he went somewhere and got good. He was very good. Yeah. Josie didn't rate him, and Josie had other players in front of him. That's why they let him go.
He just happened. 6-year-old Samuel Eto'o, bro. What is going on, bro? This is how we run in the club now?
That's a good few years ago. We're talking about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so
the club,
it's moved on since then.
The academy is there to sell and loan and make us
money.
money.
To make money, not to get through to the first team. Let's face it. You've only, as a Chelsea fan base, probably about 70%. I've only really started caring about the academy since 2019. You didn't care about the academy before that because every year it was like, who are we going to sign?
Yeah.
Which who came out when we signed Pulisic and said, "Oh, it's going to really harm our whoever's coming on, like coming through the academy." Yeah, no one said that. No one said it whatsoever. All this Livramento bullshit as well. Livramento's name. I've never heard Livramento's name mentioned so much in the past 4 weeks.
Bro,
than I have
keep hearing about how good he is. Like, do you understand that youth football and men's football is not the fucking same?
Yeah,
Please understand it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, go and ask United fans. I bet go and speak to United fans about how good Tahith Chong was in the youth league.
Do you know how lucky? Do you know how lucky Chelsea fans? League. You know, lucky.
Wasn't Federico Makeda like one of their biggest prospects at one point?
Yeah. Lewis says Chelsea fans, you know how lucky we should feel to have 4 youth products, 5 youth products in the team.
We have the class of 2019. Yeah. That's what I call them.
Everyone forgets Christensen is actually part of our academy. We've got Billy Gilmour is going to be there. We've got Lewis Mount. We've got Mason Mount.
Reece
James.
James.
We've got Hudson-Odoi at the moment, and we've got Reece James. We're not big clubs aren't supposed to get loads of these at a time. We're supposed to get like 2 or 3 every 5 to 10 years come through.
Yeah.
Not
Big up Jake Kai saying you cannot seriously be comparing Pulisic and Cho. Let us know what you mean by that, who you rate over the other. Deals was also saying, he had a question for us too. What was it? He said...
Rice for depth?
Yeah, no, he said, who would you add in the Declan Rice deal?
No one.
I've already said, like, I'd rather we get a cheaper DM. I ain't really feeling it.
I'm not taking Declan Rice above
50. Keep that point and shout merchant away from this club.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hold on.
Listen,
put this one up from
for 40.
XXS Sir Suratox.
There's a lot to
I don't play football. Cho is good with both feet.
No, he's not good with both feet. Not good with both feet. Left foot, so that's a lot.
What does one have to do with the other? And
okay
yes, I did play football. Both types of football in America. I played the American version of football and the European version of football. Second of all, what does that have to do with Cho not having a left foot?
But the thing is just that this guy's he's done his own self because Cho doesn't have a left foot, so that's a lie. He doesn't have a left foot. So
that's why he had both feet. What happened
he's
to
not
him?
good with both feet. So you don't play football.
This is mad, bro.
I watch him play when he plays.
Good with both feet. That did nothing for him.
And come with a better argument, like instead of going, you don't know ball or you don't know football. Just come with an actual thing. You don't have to that's just a weak argument, man. Just come with an actual opinion. You know.
We need another midfielder. Who would you guys like to see us sign?
I've said Tchouaméni.
Tchouaméni, Kamara. Sumar's gone to Leicester City.
You can't put Kamara in.
If not for the injuries as well, because I know that's been a big reason why clubs haven't been that interested in him so far. Indeed, he would be a dream shout, but that's not happening.
That's going to be not. They're going to want 60, 70 million for him.
Yeah, there's no chance of that.
And I don't rate his passing as well. I don't think he's good at passing or setting up. I mean, he's great defending. Don't get me wrong, he's good at defending and everything like that.
I thought his short passing was all right. It's just his long passing that's a bit iffy.
No, but he would come up. I'm not going to say spending money, but I don't rate him as a 60 or 70 million pound player. That's all.
We got another idiot in here. Breaking news: Haaland, Man City deal Laporte plus 100 million. Laporte wants Barcelona. Sorry to tell you, that just came out. Laporte wants Barcelona. So,
what's Jake saying? Pulisic is currently in our top 4 finishers. The guy keeps his cool in front of goal, unlike most. In my opinion, Pulisic will go a long way if he stays at Chelsea. Is he in our top 4 finishers? Or is he talking about in terms of conversion rate or what?
I don't know. Does he mean the eye test or something? Does he mean that?
Right, if we're talking about the best finishers in our squad, so...
that's a tough one.
Fuck
No, I'd say he's up there because like Werner is.
That sounds
awful.
about right.
I just deep that for a second. Right, so Havertz I'd put up there.
Not for
Who would you put number? Who would you put number one?
No, Havertz I'd say is clinical. It's just he don't have a powerful shot. He needs to.
How
he
can
needs
you
to be
call
able
that
to smash
clinical then?
shots more.
No.
I've seen
Arsenal and
Havertz
Leeds
miss a
game,
lot of
like-
chances too. He's not that clinical yet.
He hasn't missed chances. He's just put them straight at the keeper.
Wait,
It's been an easy
the
catch.
We
Arsenal
like to make
game,
excuses, innit?
the Real Madrid
What was that?
game, the Crystal Palace game.
Based on last year, we don't
Real
have
Madrid game was bad. I'll give you that. Real Madrid game was bad.
Based on last year,
he played good.
Even
He
the
played
Arsenal
good.
game. The
Thing
Arsenal
is,
game.
you can still miss chances, but still play good, and he did.
I think Pulisic is up there. Like you think about it, it's either Havertz and then
Bro, I'll be real. I think Pulisic,
Giroud. I'd put Giroud up there.
I'd say it's Pulisic and Mount is the best one. Like in terms of actual.
He's the best out of a bad bunch.
The conversion rate is very low.
Mount could go in there.
Alonso can shoot. Alonso can shoot.
Shut up with Alonso. Do not bring Alonso in
No,
this conversation.
no.
Hey, Alonso can finish.
Do not do it.
Let's
okay?
talk about it.
Alonso can finish in space. That's it.
Emerson.
Hey, was the Man City one in space?
Alonso can.
I swear
Hudson-Odoi
Hudson-Odoi shot and it hit Alonso and went in for the second one.
Yeah. I think he hit off when.
Yeah,
did
we
he
ain't
get
counting that.
against
Come
Huddersfield
on.
or something when it hit off his face or something for one or two.
Yeah, no, Pulisic is in there. He might even be top 2 the more we're looking at it. So,
I
he's
don't think the conversion rates are very high though. That's the.
So, the better argument is what player can finish with both feet.
Not Cho.
Because when's that
Pulisic
requirement?
can.
When is that requirement?
both his goals against Palace this season and last season were on his left foot.
Yeah, top bins.
I don't think anyone.
And you can create with his left foot as well. If you use the Liverpool one for Tammy Abraham last season as an example.
Yeah.
Werner can kind of shoot both feet, but he's just not putting them in.
We question
With both feet
Pulisic
anyway.
or not, but like we know what he's capable of. Because Project Restart Pulisic was a fucking bad boy. I wish we had that player for longer, man.
Yeah.
I know it's because he don't trust his body, and I completely understand it. It's so jarring, but genuinely, we had Eden Hazard just with a bit more end product, like first season Hazard. That's the way I looked at Christian Pulisic under Project Restart. Gave me strong vibes to like early Hazard when he used to go for goal a bit more. Vitmus, it's good to see you back as well, man. Jump on the stream if you got time. He was saying Batshuayi, man. Hell no. Do you remember that Man United game? Get out of here.
I said Batshuayi, he can shoot both feet.
No, Batshuayi is a first touch finisher, and that's it.
Panther.
Same with Tammy.
But
we don't need another left wing back.
Finish.
We don't if we sign Hakimi. Hakimi can play both left and right wing back. Has done so.
But he's not playing up front.
He's what?
He's not playing up front. We need a finisher, right? That's
Oh, no,
what
this is a different point. This is a different point.
You can get
Okay,
both.
fair enough.
Yeah, we can get both. I don't. We shouldn't limit our limitations for how many players we can get. You know what I mean?
As long as this serves the agenda, innit? Fair enough.
Listen, we need a striker. I'm sorry, I'm not one of these Chelsea fans who, we'll be fine. We'll just let Kai Havertz go the entire season. Nope. Not happening. Because his conversion rate is okay, but it's not great at the moment. So, I need a striker, please.
Kai is a better creator than a finisher.
Yes. I think I'd love to see him work off a striker. I think he's off a proper striker.
As a number 10, he'd be really
Not
good.
Werner, but a proper striker. So I'd like to see him work off that because he seems to work better that way. Plus, I like to have a bit more freedom than just be the focal point. So
Haaland over Kane.
Haaland or Kane?
Haaland.
Haaland.
Are we talking about right now, or are we talking about in terms of ceiling? Because right now, I'd still say Kane.
Haaland.
In terms of where they can get to, Haaland, of course.
No, you know the problem with Kane now. You know the problem with Kane now. I'd like to see it in the next game against Scotland. He seems to be dropping deeper and
Yeah,
deeper.
no, that's because the England team has no idea.
But he does it for Spurs as well. But the reason he does it for Spurs is because he's got Son, so he can do it with
No,
Son.
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It would work if he had Sterling or Foden making runs. But because this moron doesn't know how to coach movement and off the ball running, they
need team.
Haaland.
That's a very good question, Vistra.
Lukaku.
Yeah,
Lukaku deal's still there.
Lukaku isn't really done yet.
No, it's still there.
Unless we take the
I would love Lukaku.
Patson Daka. There we go.
No. Patson Daka.
Oh,
not Daka, man. Guys coming straight from the Austrian league into the Premier League.
I swear people only rate him because they play FIFA. It's like
Also,
Skriniar.
just want to point out if we're
I also
talking
play
about
FM, Andrew.
just want to point out as well, we brought up Mendy in the African Cup of Nations. That will be Daka gone for 6 weeks as well.
Have you
You've got a transfer list from FIFA and Football Manager, man. You're transfer target. You are shameless. You are shameless because they've done well for you electronically.
I said Daka as a sub, DJD. I would see that. As a sub would be a decent option as a plan.
What do we do with Werner?
But even then, we have Olivier Giroud, and I've still said you're not getting a better plan, third choice striker than Olivier Giroud, even at his age.
Yeah, Werner's going to Madrid. We decided, right? Werner's going to Madrid for 100 million. We decided, right?
Very funny.
No, it's what me and Wayne are working on that deal. So, please.
Unreal.
I would not be surprised if a bid comes in from Werner from Madrid. Not saying that we're going to sell.
Wait, trust me, Werner ain't leaving.
I don't think a striker. That's the first. The second thing, they're in a financial state right now. They
don't want him as a striker. They want him as a
What's going on?
They got that fraud president in that team still.
They want him as a left winger, not a striker. They realise he's a left winger.
Why would they want to do that? I can't lie. It doesn't make any sense.
It's okay. You're not in the deal. It's fine. It's just me and Wayne doing it.
Yeah, you just poured fraud in the laws. That's all.
And that's the problem right there. Andrew wants to sell everybody, bro. I'm telling you, he's the up.
No, what I'm saying is,
I said a bid will come in.
Listen, I don't.
So what? Jesse, do you genuinely see a bid from Real Madrid coming in for Werner?
Yeah, I do.
I do not see that.
What's making you see that?
They have money.
They do have
money. I get. Well, to be honest, money. I swear they're struggling for money regardless. Anyway,
They have to sell first.
They have money. Let's not get it twisted. They do have some money.
They have to sell though.
Yep, but they're getting Varane off the books. They're getting Ramos off the books.
They won't get both.
Huh?
It'll be one of the other. I don't think they'll get both. I think
Ramos is going to Sevilla. Might be going to Sevilla.
They've been hit hard by the COVID.
So
no, it's not COVID. They're just rubbish with their finances, and it's finally caught up with them. Same with Barcelona.
Yeah, they've got a lot of loans from the Spanish banks.
What's the valuation on Werner? What do you think the valuation on Werner is?
They've got Vinicius there as well. Why would they want Werner anyway?
We ain't selling him.
Thank you, declared.
Because Ancelotti wants him.
Fato, he means that in a bad way.
Says who?
You mean that in a bad way, not a good way, Fato. It's like
why wouldn't Ancelotti take Richarlison or someone like that?
Exactly.
No.
Werner's got a long contract.
It'd be about
No way.
80 million and $1 million sharing the rest.
No way. This is the same source that was talking about the Grealish to Chelsea rumours yesterday.
Plus, you've got to forget contracts don't matter. Contracts don't matter.
So
they just help with the valuation of a transfer. So
Werner is £60 million. That's his valuation.
Nowhere, guys.
It's about 71, 72 million euros, something like that.
Where's Madrid getting the money?
I don't know. That's why I don't believe it.
It's Madrid.
But they'll offer us Werner for Hazard.
One of their offshore Cayman Island accounts, probably. That's where they're probably getting it from.
No, they'll offer Hazard or some shit.
But they don't pay their taxes, allegedly. So.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look, Madrid always had the pool. But look, they're linked with Haaland. They're linked with Mbappe. And you say, well, they can't get Werner? They're linked with somebody that's going to cost them more money.
But Chelsea not going to want to sell Werner this season, I don't reckon.
No, I don't know why you think they're so attached to these players. Like
it's not attached, but
the system.
He's actually Andrew. He's actually still performed for Chelsea in a way. Like he's been one of our best attackers this season.
I didn't say that. I just think.
Yeah, I know. I know you're not saying he's not done bad or nothing. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
I said I think a bid will come in. Doesn't mean we're going to accept it. Doesn't mean it's going to be what we want. Because every player in our team has a price tag on them. And if that price, even Mason Mount has a price tag on his head. If they meet that valuation, he is gonzo.
Chelsea would never sell Mount.
Are you joking?
Look.
Matt, right?
What, if we
Did
got
you
like
just not-
150 mil, I'd sell him.
150 mil, they would sell Mount.
Hey, look at the situation though. Let's say Real Madrid are interested in Werner and they want him, right? And who is in a position of the deal? Who has the advantage? Would be Chelsea, yeah?
Yeah.
And how much would Real Madrid have to offer? It's not like Chelsea want to get rid of him. So what kind of number are we talking about? 70, 80?
Anything over 80 million euros, I think.
Does that sound right to you, but 80 mil?
I don't know. It depends. Listen, it's all. Listen, everyone's gonna probably. They're probably gonna say maybe you pay 50. Well, how much you pay? 45
50
million pounds or something like that. 45 million pounds.
Or 50
between 45, 53 million.
I can tell you
pounds or
real
something
quick.
like that.
Yeah,
Well,
let's say 50.
they're probably gonna look for somewhere. In the
47
region of 80.
million pound.
So okay,
48
so
million pound.
if you offer 85 between 90s, for a guy who goal scoring, he's had the worst goal scoring season of his career. And someone comes in with 90 million pounds or euros, you would have to think about it.
Of course, but that doesn't sound realistic at the moment. Because
nothing sounds realistic until it happens.
Madrid paid 150 for a Hazard with 1 year on his contract.
That's even Hazard though.
Exactly.
You can think at it this way as well. Ben White.
Do you see how? Yeah, but Jesse, you saw how good Hazard was that season though. He was amazing under Sarri.
No,
It's probably
they're
done
saying they paid that. I don't know.
Yeah, they have got money to pay us.
Like the Grealish one, I don't think the Werner one's real. So
yeah, the Real Madrid must think that they're getting a bargain because his conversion rate. So they must think we're going to sell him 50 or under. Where Chelsea value him still, and Tuchel value. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to offer 80, 90. It's
exactly. So it's like you wouldn't even whatever if they came in with a 50, 60 million euros, you instantly just dismiss it. And just laugh at it.
That's what I'm getting at is that this rumor is
Yes, I don't think
that's all it is.
I don't think that's
you do realize
I think someone asked Ancelotti who he liked in the Premier League last season, and he said Werner, or he liked how Werner played, and now it's got then mixed up in Ancelotti, Ancelotti, what's Werner, and it's got mixed up that. That's what I believe.
If I'm correct, Amazon won the rights for La Liga.
Yeah.
Have they? Oh no.
Yeah.
This season though, is it?
They've won the rights to broadcast La Liga games.
Yes.
That's why all this is coming through Amazon.
Not this. Wait, the next season.
Not this season though, innit?
I think it is actually, isn't it?
I think it actually is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any played yet from this season.
No, it's moved from ESPN, hasn't it? To
I've got a theory.
Yes.
I've got a theory for you. What if you just say
Amazon are moving?
Just say you don't get Haaland, right? What about Richarlison from Everton? Would you take him?
Guy doesn't show up every game.
No way.
He doesn't do it against the big team.
I honestly think if he was in a better team with better players around him, aka Harvard, and other players like that, he could improve and be better.
No.
Why don't you get Richarlison instead of Sancho?
We go from Haaland.
No way.
We're going back to 2017, 2015.
Why don't you get Richarlison instead of Sancho?
Richarlison is an overrated, overhyped player. I
didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Sancho is mainly a winger, right? And Richarlison plays through the middle.
He plays as a winger for Everton.
Plays wide for Everton, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he can play either position.
He can play up front, though.
So he can't play him well.
He's playing as a second striker at the moment.
No, he's just no. He's a batch. He's a batch of the worst Brazilian generation.
Well, just that he spend money on Jack
30 years. He is bang average, Richarlison. Bang average. He'll be going back to 2017, 2015 transfers for me.
Yeah, if Fred can get into the Brazilian squad, you know the Brazilian squad is down.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't say anything because you know about Fred.
Yeah, if Fred gets in there. If Fred gets in there over Fabinho, then you know that it's not that good.
Hey, but if we were to replace Werner, that's someone characteristics that you would need. So you can't replace if you were to get rid of Werner for Lukaku, for example, that's not going to happen because that's not like for like.
Yeah, it is.
Also, to be fair,
it's not.
Just on that
he doesn't do the same role.
Yeah, it is like for like. Striker for a striker.
The situation Werner needs, right, is a situation Greenwood has. He has Cavani to learn from. I think Werner may need someone to learn from, aka maybe even Haaland. If he's got competition, he can compare.
Yeah, well, the difference is that Werner's
older
a
player.
second striker. He's not a singular striker.
And he's
He
the older
has to be
player.
paired with one.
Haaland should be learning from Werner, not the other way around. He's
Yeah,
the
no,
older player.
he's not scoring at the moment, is he? So,
But I just don't think this Werner. I just don't think this Werner thing is truthful.
I
It's
think
like-
it would happen
We're
if we
depending
knew
on-
we were getting Haaland. If we knew we were getting Haaland, we would entertain Werner being moved
It'd be
on.
double. They'd have to double what we bought him for. So if we bought him between
Why?
45 and 53 million, no, because it's a business. Remember, they're gonna want to make as much profit as possible. So they're gonna
Well, I
want
understand it, but if,
at least a £30 million profit. That's what they're going to
Andrew,
want.
you turn your back on me. I thought we were together in this deal, and now you're turning your back on me. I'm
Wait,
ashamed.
That's
fine.
good.
Then wait.
Most of
It's
you
fine,
are
no, wait,
full,
wait, it's fine,
full
no, wait.
agent.
No,
That's why.
it's
Ray.
out there. It's not rubber stamp.
Right,
It's
actually,
still
I
the
actually want to ask you a question, seeing as you're a United fan. What's your
Right.
thoughts about Sancho for another year? You guys thinking you're any closer to it? Do you think it's going to happen this year? Or do you think the Haaland deal is going to have any impact on it as well?
I think, right, I'll be honest, right, if Chelsea wanted Sancho, they could get him, because they've got a make weight, I think. But I think he's going to go to United.
No, I'm not thinking about Sancho to Chelsea. I'm thinking about the case of you not going for Sancho.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like, if Chelsea went for Sancho, to say, right, obviously Dortmund want a replacement, and you've got a replacement in Hudson-Odoi, if he moves. But all Man United have is bad negotiators and money.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what's been holding you guys back the last
argue that,
season anyway.
Pay the
Pick up yourself, Chris, as well.
Pay the bloody money. He's worth the money. He's still young. Pay the money. Simple as that.
Yeah, but you guys already like tried to be stingy last season, and you guys got held up because of it. Is it the case that you lot are going to do it again this year, or do you think you guys are actually going to see this one all the way through?
I think it's going to happen. I think it will happen. Like, it's just a matter of time. I think I've seen an article the other day, after the Euros, a bid of 95 will come in. I think that will happen.
95 million euros, which is going to be a bigger transfer fee than
95 million pounds, I think.
Yeah, and you guys have already renewed personal terms too.
Yeah.
So that's like 82 million pounds.
I think he's worth the money. Honestly,
I didn't say he wasn't. No, I didn't say he wasn't.
I know that, but I'm just saying. I don't know why they're holding to that. He's definitely worth the money, and we need them right now.
Yeah.
Cavani, Rashford, and Sancho is a scary thought. No matter what anyone says, it's still a scary thought.
Let's bro.
Any defender.
See ya. Thanks. See you guys.
All right, Andrew.
Take care,
But I would tell you that. Oh, he just dropped. Bad connection. Still, the better lineup for Man U is Sancho on the left, Cavani in the middle, and Greenwood on the right.
And Pogba in the 10.
Yeah. I don't rate Rashford at all.
Rashford's shit.
Because he's got pace. He's got pace and a right foot, no left foot.
This obsession with both-footed players.
Wheels on wheels, William, and that's it.
What do you mean? What's going on? How many goals has Rashford scored on this?
No. It's just the both-footed play, like both-footed. That's what you're saying. Like he doesn't have another foot.
Right, he doesn't have another foot.
If you're a singular-footed player, it means basically you can do only one thing, and it means that that one thing you've got to do, like Robin, that one thing you've got to do has got to be the absolute, like you've got to be world class at that. And Rashford isn't. It's literally cut inside and shoot. Like there's no looking for another player. It's literally cut inside and shoot. And as long as you're a competent defender and sending down the outside, you're fine.
I think a big part to blame on that though is just how Oli plays. Oli is literally trying to get him a run in behind, and that's what he expects him to do. But I think any better manager could get a lot more out of the guy.
But he needs to take him out of the team. Like you can clearly see that Pogba's better on the left than he is, and on the right he's shit. So he needs to take him out of the team, but he doesn't.
Bro, Rashford is just Dan James with powerful shots, in my opinion.
Isn't it? He's a stat padder. That's all he is.
Him
and Bruno are the biggest stat pads I've ever seen in my life.
Goodness to me.
Yeah, Bruno is the biggest stat patter. He did when big games, he just shrinks.
Martial's better than Rashford on the left as well.
So when you leave a team and then they win their first title,
yeah, that makes no sense.
not their first title, but a title since you've been there, and you leave and they win it the next year or 2 years, that means that you were the one holding them back.
Yeah,
Sporting won after Bruno left.
I was gonna say, Sporting got better. Like the person who replaced him was better than he was.
That's because they play better rather than rely on individual brilliance.
Yeah. That's
why
right.
For Portugal, he probably won't have the same impact because he's not.
No, he doesn't. If you notice, with Portugal, he isn't given as much freedom, so he's worse.
Yeah, he's in an actual system and instructed.
Bruno's sick though.
He's not.
Bro, you know in some games this guy plays higher than the striker. He's basically a striker. Like he's literally a second striker.
better at the 10 than him. Like he has no ability to play in between the lines, which is a number 10 in the system he plays, and you need to be able to. He plays as a second striker.
Against lesser teams.
He took all the penalties.
Yeah, but in the big games he doesn't.
Penalties are goals, aren't they?
Yeah, but cool. If I score 50 penalties in a year, I've got 50 goals. Doesn't mean I'm a good player. If I just take all the penalties, then it doesn't matter.
Goals win you games though.
Actually, defending.
But what about the goals in the Europa League final? What happened then?
Goals just puts you in the league. You need a defense to maintain it.
And how come, as we said, he left Sporting, Sporting replaced him, his replacement was better, and they went unbeaten in a league season. They won their first title in, I want to say, how fucking long has it been? In a very long time. I don't exactly know how long it is.
Yeah, they haven't.
He's not good.
Yeah, I mean,
overrated.
He's a false image.
You're rated what you do in the big games. If you don't show up in the big games, which he had this year, which is the Europa League Championship, and he didn't show up for it.
People think Sancho's gonna come in and create chances and be this creative player when people like Bruno's gonna be playing hero ball, just keeping the ball spamming.
No,
crosses and
Sancho
shots.
will, but the problem is again is defensively they're so bad, and in the midfield they're atrociously bad.
I feel like with Wan-Bissaka as well, not having like a good attacking.
That's why they're bringing in Trippier to play
Honestly,
that.
the way Ollie's got Man United playing, it should be a crime. It's actually so bad, man.
They're going to bring Trippier in and play him left back. Just like Southgate.
Lewis, I'm going to show send me a link later, yeah?
Yeah. We're going to be doing the watch along for, what's it called, France, Germany around 7:45, 8 around that time. Any of you guys want to hop in as well? Link will always be open. You're ready now.
I'll be in a meeting.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Who do you guys want to win?
Portugal.
I want France.
Oh, that game.
Euro.
France.
You talking about the Euros or the game?
The France and Germany game.
France will win.
I want it to be a 5-3 game.
Jeez.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it would be 5-3 with France winning, but Werner and Havertz get on the score sheet.
Okay. Werner and Havertz score for you.
Werner doesn't start for Germany.
Yeah, but doesn't mean he can't come on and score.
You can put Gnabry, Havertz, and Werner.
They won't.
Nah, Muller's gonna start.
He plays Muller up front. He plays.
Werner is not starting.
Werner will start for sure.
He is not starting. He's already come out. He's not starting.
It's gonna be Gnabry, Muller, and Havertz front three.
Yeah,
So who will start as a striker?
Muller.
Probably no. Havertz will play at the striker. Gnabry on the left, Muller on the right.
Havertz plays on the right for Germany.
He'll play Muller up front. He'll play Muller up
Either
front.
way, like it'll be that three, and Gnabry will definitely be on the left, and then it's just Havertz or Muller that will like be on the right or in the middle. I just don't know.
So
the official lineup's not out yet. You never know. I might throw a curveball.
That's the rumors going. And Werner even put out a statement, said he's not starting for Germany right now. And that just means he had a statement that came out yesterday.
I'm not being funny. This is the hardest game they're going to have. I'm not starting Werner in this game against that defense.
Conte's going to just put people in a spliff. I can tell you that right now.
Werner going to put for on the split, that's for sure.
Hey, they got 5 subs anyway, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Werner will play.
So Werner will play.
Yeah, Werner will
and
have to be. Yeah.
he will play. I'm just saying he won't start because he's even said so.
He's even said
He'll come off the bench with like.
Well, they won't, but they shouldn't.
He'll come on for like Nabry, like 70th minute. Do you know?
Yeah.
It just
Well, you
depends how
never-
far down they are.
You never know. The way I'm thinking of the game, if Germany actually give France a lot of respect, they might not that it's within them, but they might actually sit back and play on a counter. That's when Werner shines.
They're going to play a back three.
You can't counter attack France.
Yeah, like
They're going to play a back three. Germany will play a back three.
also
The
you
defense
can't
is
show
too
too
good.
much respect to this France team with the forward line they've got. Like that's just asking for trouble.
Exactly.
Well, when you see this game, right? No, the priority is, but they both don't want to lose, right? So whoever wins the game probably could take the whole group. So a draw can still swing the other way as long as you don't lose. So they might be a bit conservative with that approach.
I disagree in the France perspective. Like we saw how they were against Argentina, where it was like we're just going to go at you. I know it was a knockout game as such, but even so, they don't care. Like they just want to attack. Even what was the game they only just? What was it? Denmark or Australia in the World Cup, where they were just like we're just gonna attack. Like they didn't need the win, but they just went for it.
Yeah, in games like that, when I'm talking about like the first, when you got Portugal in this group as well, it might be a tactical, yeah.
Now,
But
France
you know, Scott, it might actually be just because Germans might come out with that result can be like that. France aren't the ones always all out attack.
Yeah, against Belgium,
they've got a
didn't they
solid
sit
back
back
line.
quite a lot?
So it just might be tactical. It depends on the coach.
Portugal's having the Rona problems. Cancelo is out.
They've only got one player out.
Yeah.
Cancelo is out. No, they've got. I think.
Portugal.
I think. Is João Felix out too?
No, he's in the squad.
No, he's
Literally,
he's
the
on
only
the
player
bench,
that was out- Yeah, the only player that was out was Cancelo, and they drafted in Dalot to replace him. He's the only player that went out. It was Spain were the one that had the real problem.
Spain, okay, but
They were the
you
one
know,
that had the massive COVID problem.
usually if you get one, you get multiple.
They were hoping the vaccine was going to help Morata's scoring, but didn't.
Yo, by the way, what channel for the Portugal game? BBC or
BBC. BBC4.
Oh no,
Portugal.
yeah, France is ITV.
What's Germany ITV?
Do you guys want?
ESPN.
Do you guys want France to win the whole competition?
That's
Yeah,
only ESPN.
You're damn right.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
I
when
want
it's the
Conte
same
to
team
win
winning
the
it every
Ballon
year, it
d'Or.
gets a bit boring. Sometimes it's nice to see like a different team listed.
Yeah, but they're gonna win though. No one's gonna stop France.
You think so?
No.
Yeah.
Only people who
Portugal
can
won the
stop
last Euros.
People should respect Italy.
Italy's a dark horse, but France would
yeah.
have to be knocked out first.
Also,
What do you guys think about Belgium? Because I feel like it's Belgium's last chance to do
Dead
something.
food.
Because
No.
they've got
they
a
are
squad.
shocking.
Belgium's defense is down.
They are awful.
Yeah, their
Yeah,
defense is
they
down.
aren't very good.
You think so?
Like
But then,
their
yeah.
defense has an average age of like 35 or something.
Yeah. But
But
that's what I'm
if
saying.
you-
This
if-
is their last chance to actually do something. Because
But if you
they
have
don't have any
Vertonghen
up-and-coming
and
youngsters.
Alderweireld starting in your back line,
Denier.
Denayer didn't even play.
Who played in the Russia?
I think it was like Batoya.
Denayer was playing, huh?
I can't remember what his name was. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Boyata.
You see Meunier, yeah, this guy turns into like prime Roberto Carlos for Belgium.
He had a crap year for Dortmund.
Yeah.
They actually benched him. He didn't
did?
start in this game. He just Castagna got
Yeah.
he fractured his orbital socket. So that's why Meunier came on. He's not even a starter. And I would use Meunier as the right-sided center back. You're going to play back three. I think he's better there. But they play
who do you
Vertonghen.
play wing back?
Castagna, but he's now injured, so
Now he's injured. It doesn't matter. You have to play.
Hazard.
He plays on the
Thornton
left.
plays
now.
left.
Yeah,
And he's
he
not
plays on
even
the left.
left-footed.
Oh, also, I just want to point out that everyone that cussed me out when I said that Hazard wouldn't start for Belgium, and he didn't start for Belgium.
He's
Yeah,
dead
fuck all you.
food, man. The man has no legs. left.
I thought he came
No,
out
but
and said that, didn't he?
Martinez said
Yeah,
he's
he did.
gonna get him more minutes to get back into the team.
He cannot. Man, have you seen Hazard play? Did you watch any La Liga this year? He has done nothing.
Bro, he won't start a game. Like he might start the last week. Like who else have they got in their group?
Who is it? Belgium.
They got France and Germany.
No, Denmark and Finland.
He'll play against Finland. That's it.
Probably Denmark as well.
He's going to ball out against Finland, and we're going to eat all of it up because we're that starving. Can't be asked, man.
Some people will, but
fucking Mounier, man, that wallad. How you injure your own teammate in the Champions League? What's wrong with you?
I mean, they were even going at. They were even saying that after he dribbled the ball across the field when he got on the pitch, he was like, "Oh, he's back." No, he's not.
I think Hazard is finished since he left.
He is finished.
Can you go and see chicken as well in the fridge?
Call him the Hamburglar.
I remember there was a game. There was a game. Real Madrid faces Osasuna. All he was doing was turning back and giving the ball to Mendy. Yeah, only simple pass, turning back and giving the ball.
You know, that was the second leg for us. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. All he did was hold up the ball and just pass it off.
Yeah, he was playing 70 minutes. After that, they will change. This guy, come on, Rodrigo. I think his name's Rodrigo. And that guy played very well than him.
It's all those injuries. It's in his head now.
But you know, Real Madrid got that fitness coach back, and apparently he's going to work with Hazard to get him back into.
Yeah, you need to put him on a diet.
Antonio Pintus, because he was the one that went on the 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years with that same team, and he's the one that made Lukaku this beast right now. He was with Conte at Inter.
Yeah, that's. The Werner links is because of Hazard. I tell you that right now. Because if you had Benzema and Werner, and I don't even know who's going to play on the right. Although Ancelotti might go to a 4-4-2 and play Benzema and Werner up top.
He probably won't. He'll keep with a 4-3-3 and just have them.
Madrid will find Mbappe.
I don't see their first 11 changing that much. All I see is that like players like Erdegaard and like that lot, they'll just get more game time.
Yeah.
Do you think Gareth Bale?
Gareth Bale.
He said
Ancelotti rates Bale.
Well, Ancelotti might play him. He's a different coach.
He has said he wants him back. To be fair, so.
That's what I'm saying. If he maybe even him, if he can stay fit with the new fitness coach, you never know it. He could have a decent season.
Maybe. But Ancelotti might be able to revive him, but like it's proper last chance for him now.
I just hope Madrid
fans have already given up on him anyway.
Yeah, I just hope Madrid go for Mbappe, because then if they go for Mbappe,
I'm not
then that
looking
gives us
forward to when fans are back, man. Honestly.
Well, if their stadium doesn't burn down. It's already caught on fire once. You know, which was that's just, you know, kind of ironic. But
that was an insurance job.
Probably so. That's probably where they're going to get the money to come in for Werner. Insurance from the stadium.
Missing half the stadium for Werner.
We set this on fire. No, this is a joke. But, you know, he's going to get booed. He's going to hate it. He's the new Bale for them.
I think they rushed him back. They rushed him back on the injuries. Each time they rushed him back.
I hope the booze motivate them. Because it has done it before. I remember a West Brom game once where the fans pissed him off like 10 minutes into the game, and he absolutely ripped them apart for the next match and the game after that as well when they went down.
How many years ago was that?
No, I'm using that as an example. I'm saying I hope the motivation tries to build up into him. I'm still a bit worried about if he's going to be the same player anyway. Like, we're already past that. After I watched the second leg with Madrid, it was like, yeah, he's a bit done now, isn't he? And it hurt. Like, we got through to the Champions League final. I loved it anyway. I was too busy celebrating that. But it still hurts seeing, like, this ain't Eden anymore. This ain't the Eden we saw at Stamford Bridge, man.
He'll never be that again.
I think he'll be back, man. No,
Yeah,
he'll be
but-
back.
No,
I think
I think
an off season in the preseason, like give him a good off season, get him back fitness, injury free, and he'll be good till he gets injured again.
He's
But
one
till
ankle
then,
injury.
he'll look. Yeah, he'll look good for like maybe a couple months till they kick him down again.
His
But
body
he will be back.
His body
We'll give
can't
it
handle the injuries anymore.
That's what I mean. So you're going to get glimpses of him at the start of the season, and then maybe an injury, and then back to square one.
Yeah. Well, it'd be
Then in
square
the
zero because that'd be
Bundesliga,
it.
There's more space there. All thrive.
I think the game Chelsea faces Real Madrid in the Champions League, it was not only Hazard because there were a lot of aged players like Modric, Kroos. They were all looked tired. It was not only Hazard, but yeah, at the same time he was not playing very well. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't blame Hazard for them going out. There's nothing like that. It's just when we saw he was starting in the second leg, like my eyes were pinpointed on Hazard's individual performance, and yeah, that weren't Eden, man.
Madrid barely got the ball.
Kroos was poor also. Kroos.
Yeah. No, their whole team was shit. Their defense was trash. Their midfield got bypassed, and it was only Benzema carrying them in the first half, and that was it.
I wish there was fans. Thibaut Courtois would feel a lot of pressure.
Courtois got away with it, man. If that second goal went in and Courtois behind the Matthew Harding, it would have been so satisfying the next 10 minutes. But we got robbed of that. But hopefully we draw Real Madrid again because it's been a minute since we got them.
Oh, we might play them in the group stages next season. We might have them in the group stage.
Do you know the best position to be in the Champions League would be in pot 2 and being drawn in Villarreal's, because Villarreal is in a pot 1 and they finished 7th in their league.
So imagine that Villarreal get PSG in pot 2 or some bullshit.
Right.
Or Dortmund.
To be fair, some of the other teams in pot 1, like Lille's in pot 1, Atletico Madrid's in pot 1, because it's all the league winners.
Right.
And this year was like weird with some of them, like Inter Milan's in pot 1. Like,
I can't lie. I would love to get Lille in the quarterfinals though.
we can't. I think aren't we in pot 1 as well?
We're in pot
1.
Yeah. So we can.
I can't be asked to Lille away again. Fuck that. Man.
No, I like it. We took. It's like.
Lille was dead, man. We're gonna do another European away. Do Ajax.
Imagine we get PSG and then
Hey, you just want to get a red light dish.
Finishes above PSG.
See, I thought you were gonna say the coffee shops. I was gonna agree with you. Red light will take fatter there. I know you'll be spending your money in there.
But the coffee shops too. You'd be going to the
coffee shops. That's me. Coffee shop tours around Amsterdam Central. That's me. Perfect. And then there's about 3 coffee shops littered around the stadium. It's glorious.
Yeah, those coffee shops have nothing on Cali.
I've tried Cali. Cali is hard. I ain't even gonna say nothing about it. When I go Amsterdam though, by the time I go back, I just want UK dank. I won't even lie to you. I just want UK weed.
Really?
Yeah, cause there's a different feel to it. Like I feel like it's a lot stronger on the head. I feel like Amsterdam dank is a lot more. It's more of a sativa. It's more of a body high.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just used to head ties.
I don't know, man.
Lille has a striker who's 35 years old.
There's a what? 5-year-old strike? What?
35. He's a Turkish striker. Yeah, Burak Yilmaz. He's done very well. Yeah. He's done very well
now.
Yeah.
Jonathan David too.
That helps. But he's not. They are not the same. But he's like he's kind of have that style of Costa. But they are different players. But he's 5 years old now. He's finished, I think.
Yeah. Still doing
All right,
well for his
I gotta
age.
get ready for work.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna wrap the stream up as well anyway because I want to get to watch the Portugal game.
Yeah.
Big up everyone that's locked in. We will be back for France versus Germany. We'll do a watch along for that as well. Big up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're gonna leave you with the same thing we left you with yesterday. Mason Mount's next. Take care. Like and subscribe. And as always,
Peace, bro.